Okay, this is TempleOS 5-minute random code walkthrough episode 71, and I'm your host, Terry Davis. And it looks like today we are in the header file. Okay, this is header file Atom1C, and let's just go over. I'm going to do a list of all header files. Wow, I have a cool way of doing this. If I say find file / we want to start in the root directory. We want to do a mask of all files .hpp*. So these are all the header files. There's Atom1A, B, and C in the kernel. There's comp and comp defs, and okay, there's an application. There's Atom externals. Okay. Well, anyway, so if you remember the what happens at startup in the kernel when the Atom task boots, it this is like autoexec.bat. This is the startup file. It does Atom1A, B, and C, and it does the compiler and the compiler headers, and then it jumps over into the Atom2 directory, which is right here, and this does the Atom2. And one of the first things it does is Atom externs. So you have to extern some these are recursive or circular definitions out of the dependency. You have to, when you have dependencies that are before the function, then you have to extern it. Anyway, let's get back to the kernel. So there's in the kernel, there's Atom1A, B, and C. A is all definitions and class. So this has no code. It's just definitions and class data types. B is internal, the compiler built-in functions, and underscore extern. Those are assembly routines in the kernel. Underscore extern and intern. I don't think we have anything else. So the reason in the project file it starts with Atom1A, then it does some assembly. This is the startup, and pretty soon it does Atom1B. That's the Atom1B declares headers for these previous assembly routines. That's, maybe I can rearrange that. Anyway, so this has compiler defs. Well, anyway, getting back to Atom. Now in these headers, you have help indexes. If you press F1, then these are all links to help indexes. Help index, like for example, help index compiler. So compiler routines, help index compiler, and then it has them in categories by, and it has the first class. Okay, so help index and then help file. So these help indexes can be you can have more than one, and they form a tree, like a directory tree. And then if you have a file, if it has a file, let's say what were we just looking at? We're looking at hash frame, doc frame. Hash frame has. If we go to hash, then look at this. You see this hash frame that inserts a document This is a document in the docs directory. So if we go to the docs, what was it, hash frame? There's hash, there's frame. So this is a little tiny document, and you see that it ended up inserting it, and then it puts in these. Now I have a routine that sorts the headers, if you're wondering how I keep them so perfect. Anyway, that's my own routine. You can find it in the demo directory under account example, sort header. So maybe you're curious and you want to look at that. Anyway, so that's how that works.